What I would do next, I think, is to take those a bit further. This was an example I did earlier in the year, and I was still learning myself about how to teach thinking mathematically. But what I would do next, and I actually did this in a later example, was is to ask children to investigate further combinations. So they only showed me one way of making 10 preps, but we could ask them to show me as many different ways as they can, and then you can observe if they use a logical or random method of doing that, and you could also be modelling this and teaching this yourself. And I was thinking, as I was again preparing this presentation, wouldn't it be great if preps and grade ones, when they moved out of those year levels, were already starting to think logically about solving a maths problem before they started getting to the older grades. So that's a sort of a goal for me to try and get to happen. Later on, you could then ask, how do you know if you found all the right combinations for that problem? And as you can see, that's where it starts to look like the same question we asked in the older grades. So what have we got out of teaching maths this way? Again, lots and lots of skill practice, so we're not forgetting the skills. There are open-ended investigations, lots of problem solving. We like how much maths talk there is now in classrooms, and that's improving as well. Articulating the thinking, I think, is a good one when you have that share time, or the summarise part. Then the kids have to be able to talk about what they've been thinking about to solve the problem. Collecting data, looking for patterns, generalising, like the older kids were doing in the other example. Working logically and systematically, and I introduced the word systematically to my young kids earlier in the year, and they still come to me and say, "Look, I've done something systematically, Mr. Ty." So yeah, that's really cool. This is great for mixed abilities. If you take some time, I think, to plan how you're going to introduce the lessons, you can work out. You can see that that there's multiple entry and exit points for different abilities in your classroom with the same problem. I've had a go at maths conferencing this year, so that when they bring a solution to me, we can conference about a one-on-one conference about how they did it and what they could do next with the problem. And this will fit neatly into launch, investigate and summarise lessons, and hopefully into the E5 model as well. There's just some of the resources that we've used this year. There's lots more. This last one has sort of cropped up recently, where we're finding some picture storybooks and things that have a number theme that we can generate lessons from as well. Still working on that one a little bit. And just to finish off, we actually ran a maths family night earlier in the year, and as part of our sharing for both us and our students. And not me, one of our other staff members actually presented a different version of this same presentation, including the examples of the problems that I showed you, and then the parents went off into different classrooms, and their own kids showed them the kind of maths that they've been doing and the maths thinking, and the feedback we got from that we were really quite astounded with. It was really quite satisfying to see and hear. And that's all. Any questions?